औद्योगिक विकास पर टिकी है किसी भी प्रदेश की आर्थिक तरक्की। खेती के मामले में पंजाब पहले से ही अव्वल है। यही वजह है कि यहाँ फूड प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट लगाना फायदेमंद हो सकता है।
जब लीडर किसी की एस्टैब्लिशमेंट या कंट्री या स्टेट के लीडर का अलाइनमेंट इतना फोकस्ड हो इन्वेस्टमेंट में और बिजनेस में, वो ऑटोमेटिकली इट फ्लोज थ्रू और ये एक मल्टीप्लायर इफेक्ट बन जाता है। तो इसमें तो बड़ा एक्साइटिंग है बिकॉज इन्होंने जो सही नवज़ पकड़ लिया है, क्योंकि ये जो होने वाला है ये बेनिफिट आएगी सीधा द पीपल ऑफ पंजाब।
प्रोग्रेसिव पंजाब इन्वेस्टर्स मीट 2015 के दौरान कई सेशंस हुए और इनमें चर्चा हुई पंजाब के पोटेंशियल और भविष्य की संभावनाओं पर। देश भर में पंजाब की पहचान खेती के चलते है, इसलिए यहाँ खेती पर आधारित उद्योग लगाने की जरूरत है।
The whole concept of creating integrated chains itself will drive off wastages. We continue to work with the farming community to improve productivity, bring in better technology. So in the same piece of land, more can be produced, better quality can be produced.
Whenever I meet the farming community and I try and meet them very, very regularly, there are two issues which come up. One, they are very concerned about price volatility, 10 to 2, 2 to 20, whatever. And second is they want to make sure that there is a sustainable buying pattern. So it's not changing every day. I think that is where food processing can play a very big role.
The fact of the matter is, there is constant technological innovation across the full value chain. People who get into this industry, they have to be alive right across the value chain and innovate across the value chain. And finally, you have to be alive to the consumer, because the consumer needs are changing, their demands are changing. What Vivek has just said is the industry actually brings the consumer taste, preferences, direction to the farmer, and that's where the technology comes in. That if the consumer is going in a certain direction, how do you link the farmer's produce to that direction? And I think industry steps in to play that role. That gap in what you do, what you claim, what is your label claim, if I use the word, and what actually farmer gets. That gap is what causes the mistrust. That mistrust has to be removed by giving end-to-end solutions, by holding the hand for the farmers, and by taking the farmers through.
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग पर हुए सेशन में इस बात पर जोर दिया गया कि कैसे नई टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करके पंजाब को मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब बनाया जाए।
If digital is going to be the way to go, I think Punjab can become a very important player in the electronic manufacturing. I think that's one area which they can get into, because the mobile phone which we have is going to become the one instrument on which everything is going to be done.
I feel digital commerce now will open up for SMEs especially a window of showcasing, even showing off your capacity, your capability.
India has got 15% of its GDP is emerging out of manufacturing, and the government plans to take that to 25%. In other words, $700 billion is going to be the increase in the share of manufacturing in the country.
पंजाब पावर सरप्लस स्टेट है, इसके बावजूद जितनी उम्मीद थी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर का उतना विकास यहाँ नहीं हो सका। अब चुनौती ये है कि कैसे इसे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के मामले में भी नंबर 1 बनाया जाए।
You can make any economic model work if you subsidize it enough. The big movement right now is to go to what's called solar, community solar or solar gardens, and that's the trend right now. So even if you're a renter, a member of a large apartment, etc., you can be a small sort of bit player in these community solar developments or solar gardens.
In Germany it works like this, that all the plants initially had to be connected to the grid, so that you still as a house owner would actually draw from the grid, and whatever you produce, you will feed it into the grid, and you get paid for it.
In the Indian context, I cannot underline more the importance of compost, because at the end of the day, you've got to make the farmer a stakeholder. So if there is a residue on the field which maybe is being burnt right now in environmental pollution, but what is the farmer going to get beyond some money? So if one was to produce a sure quality compost, and give it back to the farmer, that will help in the farm yield, it will help in reducing the chemical fertilizer use, it will de-risk the farming process also. So these are elements that need to be adopted.
Punjab wants to support it because of the pollution that it creates and the burning that is involved every year. So if they are willing to support it, I was discussing before this with Mr. Awaaz and I realized yes, we should be able to do these things.
एविएशन और डिफेंस जैसे उद्योगों से भी पंजाब को अच्छा फायदा हो सकता है।
I think it's great that the government has worked hard to get the ease of doing business in Punjab to be up towards the top of the ranks there. That's really good work, and that's going to encourage. And I think the easier we can make business, the more encouraged we are to invest. So that's a really good kind of move there.
If you are aware, India's current defense budget is around rupees 2.5 lakh crore, which is growing at a rate of 8%. Our country is expected to purchase 16 lakh crore worth equipment and ammunition during the next 10 years. This has been predicted. This is in view of the 60% defense needs that are met through acquisition from abroad.
Let us, for example, take any defense electronic systems. You take a radar, or you take a sonar, or you take command and control systems. 50% of its component is only software. You are talking of IT industry, e-commerce, and other things. They are routine things. They are there all over the country. They are there all over the world, although there is a lot of money in it. But what I am talking of, developing software for the military systems, is what Punjab should focus on.
For every $1 million, there are approximately 60 highly skilled people who are required. And when you talk of $1.5 billion, that provides, very, very competitive, a competent platform for people to be gainfully employed, to develop skills, to raise the barrier on aviation knowledge.
And if we see the Indian export potential in aerospace, that over the last 15 years, the aerospace related manufacturer has seen a quantum jump in India. In the year around 2001, it was around 280 crore, and by year 2015, it became to 7,000 crore.
All in all, I think we are in a good state where we are. There's a tremendous opportunity, there's a tremendous potential for this industry to grow, and Progressive Punjab, yes, we are excited about it, and I'm sure so are a whole lot of others, as we see a tremendous opportunity here.
इंसेंटिव की बजाय आपको हमारे को ऐसी इन्वायरमेंट क्रिएट कर दो कि जहां पे हम काम करने अपने आप काम करने लग जाए, उसमें उस दिशा में CII चल रही है ज़्यादा।
अब हमारे पास पावर सरप्लस भी है, अफोर्डेबल भी हो गई आज 4.99 से, और हमारी रिलायबिलिटी ऑफ पावर बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो ये इंडस्ट्री को बहुत हेल्प करेगी पंजाब में ग्रो करने के लिए।
मेरे को बड़ी खुशी है ये बताते हुए कि हमने MOU जो साइन किए हैं वो अकेले सोलर के नहीं किए, वेस्ट टू एनर्जी में हमारे बहुत अच्छे MOU साइन हुए हैं, और बायोमास को पावर में और फ्यूल में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए बहुत अच्छे MOU साइन हुए हैं।
The way the tax has been taken away from the food industry is really going to help the state for moving into the food-based industries, which is practically going to help the farmers, help industry and help creating employment.